Welcome, Sports Frenzzyy fans. Welcome to another Sports Frenzzyy podcast. I'm your host, Levon. With me tonight, I have Ryan, Englishman, feeling jubilant. I have Chris, the bad Spaniard, man from, well, as I said, this is a man way down from Africa, and this man just decided all of a sudden to support Spain. So, as
Yeah,
Ryan described as an Inaki Williams type of thing. But also, we have Kims, Ilian, biggest fan, also another Englishman, feeling
Yes,
happy
sir.
again. As probably one of Sterling biggest fan as well. But we're going to actually start tonight is on some track and field. And the Jamaica Olympics team has been named. And the big news is that the man who was all over social media crying and hoping that he would actually be named as part of the team is not on the team. To show how I love what the J3 did. I mean, the JOA, they even listed Philip Limonius as the backup runner. I love that they did that, man. Make that boy go runner back, go sit down, man. You get a chance, you bullshit. We don't have no time for you. And
Yes,
people,
sir.
one thing that people don't actually realize, and someone pointed it out to me, and it was something that I thought about. It's just all about winning for them. Just winning. They're saying, oh, McLeod is the only one that stand a chance of winning. What about all these guys that have trained up and
Mm-hmm.
to all sort of weather, and they heard the
Mm-hmm.
opportunity to actually go? Why would they actually try to
everyone that participate at trials want to go. That's why they participate.
Levon,
there you go.
Levon, we spoke about
There
it.
you go.
We spoke about Johnny last live. If
Yep, we did.
if they had done that with Shelley, the Shelley we have might not exist. When
There
everybody
you go.
wanted Shelley to go out for Veronica.
And you know what I'd actually love? I don't know if Brad Bell will actually prove his fitness, but if he doesn't, I want Answer Parchment to go to the Olympics and get a medal. Just for this sake. Because a lot of
Yeah.
people have him as the one that should be put away now, but I just hope
It's
that
his
he goes
last
in.
Olympics. I don't think they're going to pick the length. I don't think.
Don't
I
worry
just
yourself,
can't
man.
see.
It's not
Parch-
the thing
Parchment,
with Brad.
go to Olympics and win a medal.
Yeah, it's
The,
Parchment last Olympics, so I'm happy that he's actually getting a chance to.
but you have to remember, the thing with Brad Bell as well, is not only say you have to prove him fitness, but you must also run a time that is top three in the world. Me personally, I don't see that. So
So
I don't.
basically, we can say Parchment will make it.
There we go. He won't make it. This problem can try for the World Championships, but not the Olympics. I don't think he's going to make it.
Yeah, man. And the good thing for Brad Bell is that he's pretty young. He's like, what, 21? So he has a lot of time in front
It's
of
not
him,
a
man.
disappointment for him, really.
McLeod
It's
is
a
so much though.
disappointment, but it's not going to be as big as McLeod because obviously,
McLeod is so much. McLeod is so much now, about 27, so.
yeah, he's
I
26,
believe.
27. Probably
All right.
27 December, if I
All right. So
remember.
he's currently 27. April gone.
Okay.
27. Oh gosh.
Yeah. But I'm going to run through the team. So in 100 and 200 for women, will be represented by Shelly and Fraser Price, Sherika Jackson, and Elaine Thompson. In the 4x1, all those three aforementioned, along with Brenna Williams, Ramona Birchell, and also Natasha Morrison. In the 400 meter, we're represented by Stephanie and McPherson, Ranisha McGregor, and also Candice McLeod. The reserve 400-meter runner for that event will be Stacey and Williams, and she'll also be part of the 4x4 team. Also, Tovia Jenkins, Jonelle Brumfield will be there. In the 800 meter, we have a sole competitor, the flag bearer in that event, Natalia Gould. 100-meter hurdles for women, we have Megan Tapper, Yannick Thompson, and Brittany Anderson. And the reserve is Daniel Williams. The 400-meter hurdles, we have Johnny Russell, Randa White, Leah Nugent, and the reserve in that one again is Cheyenne Salmon. In the 1500-meter, Aisha Pratt made it because she never made it based on time, but because they had to complete a quota of athletes, she ended up getting a spot in that list. We also have Tisana Iklin in the long jump. Shanice Porter is one of them that also made it, not because she attained the qualification standards, but because, again, based on the field not being filled out. The triple jump, we have Shanika Ricketts and Kimberly Williams. Shot put, Daniel Thomas Dodd. Also in the shot put, Nigeria, Cameron made it also as one of those persons to fill the quota. The discuss, we have Shade Lawrence. Shanice Love made it as well, one of those persons to fill the quota again. In the mixed relays now, we have Tiffany James, Cherokee Young, Kimba Nelson. Um, yeah, that's it for there. Then in the 100 meter for men, we have Taekwondo Tracy, Ewan Blake, Oblique Civil. I can't say this much, they're not going anywhere. They list Julian Ford as the 100 meter reserve and also the 200 meter. And also 4x1, then they have Javon Minty, Nigel Ellis as the 4x1 runners as well. The 200 meter, we have Rashid Dwyer.
Oh,
And that's basically it for right there. And also we have Demish in the 400 meter. Christopher Taylor made it based on quota again. Nathan Allen made it because he ran the time. Sean Bailey is part of the 4x4 team. Kareem Bartlett, part of the 4x4. Rashid McDonald also. In the 110 hurdles, we have Ronald Levy, Damian Thomas, Answer Parchment, and as I said at the top of the show, Philip Lemonius is the reserve 110 hurdles sprinter. The
so
four hurdles, the four hurdles we
sorry.
have Jack. You're
Mhm.
saying?
No, I'm saying I apologize. Go ahead.
All right. In the 400 hurdles, we have Jail Hyde, Kemar Mowat, and Leonardo Legister. You might have known that Legister failed to make it at the national trials. He never passed the first round, but because he had run the qualification time already, he was listed as part of the team because none of the other guys attained the qualification standard. Um, the long jump, we have Tajay Gale, Kieran McLeod will also take part in the triple jump. Odin Richards in the shot put, again, never made the qualification standards, but the world ranking quota acceptance. We also have Frederick Dakers, Chad Wright, and Travis Michael in the discus. And the 4x4 mixed relay, we have Javier Brown, the schoolboy from JC, along with Keena Borrell, Davante Burnett, first time competing for Jamaica. Happy to see that he actually made the team. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Any thoughts or any surprises for any of you guys?
Must
No.
say, Stacey and Williams, um, she's going to be a name around come at more championships to come because she has improved a lot. She has been one that has been a standout at high school, and I'm happy to see her like progressing well. And I'm happy for the. It's not normal to see the NCAA athletes coming to championships and doing well because most times they would have peaked at the NCAA a week or two ago. But to come to see them now come to the championships now and performing, that's good. And it's not just her alone on the men's side, like you list in the men hurdles. Thomas and Lemonos, they just competed. So I'm happy to see them showing that after NCAA, they still have something in them left. I don't know how I don't know how their coaches are going to work with them to get them to peak again, but that's going to be a difficult job. And the experience, they will love it. But I'm just happy to see that there's a change there because it's not normally something that we see happen where the NCAA athletes come to the trials and perform. They normally fall off somewhere. Like you see, Legister, I think Legister did fall off.
Yeah, man. If from the field to make it to the other run, boss, that's a big time failure, man. But as I
Yeah.
said, I'm happy for Damian Thomas. You know that he won. What was it again? I believe it was World Juniors a couple of years back, and he's someone that I have a lot of time for. And I was happy to see him run a PB in the final as well. Um, Here's a comment from one of our commenters that is saying that Rashid McDonald always make the team and he's always a disappointment. Not him alone. Rashid Dua is a prime example. Dua always makes the team and Dua is a big time failure. So there you have it. But
But the
as we get
standard,
closer to the
the standard run as well. Just poor. That's why.
uh, but quickly point out that he didn't make it in the individual event. It was part of the relay pool. But as for me personally, Rashid McDonald should just go and sit down. Honestly. Um as we get closer to the Olympics, we'll break it down. But I see some I can call it some mad prediction, especially by Kims. Boss, why have Jamaica getting so much medal already? Even clean sweeping the 100 meter for women.
All right. I mean, as
That's not far fetched,
with
Levan.
more
That's
It
man.
is.
All right. So
Perfect.
the only person I believe can interrupt the 1, 2, 3 is Richardson from the United States. Like, what's her name? Dina Asher. She come out and she say, "Oh, she's a championship runner and she has a lot left in the tank." And all she's saying all the right things. But if you look on what's going on with the Jamaican athletes, and if you look on what's going on with Richardson, like I only think Richardson is the only one who can really stop the 1, 2, 3. And I don't think the 1, 2, 3 is going to go like how it went at the Jamaican trials for sure. But I think it's going to be 1, 2, 3 nonetheless, but not like the Jamaican trials, of course.
Boss, why you expect it to be any much different?
Ken's the only thing I'll disagree with you with about Dina. She always turns up in big events thus far. So
All right,
I would
all right. How did
Dina may look at it this way, Dina might be the who upset it more than Richardson. You just don't know. This is Richardson's first major event.
all right? So
Disagree
tell
with the
me,
two of you. The only person
well,
who can upset is Kem's girl, Ilian. She's the only person who can upset the one, two,
Oh,
three.
hold on, no, man. The 1, 2, 3 is Jamaican girls. That's what they're talking about, Chris.
Yeah, but she's the only one who I'm worried that won't finish in the three. So she's the only upsetter in
Oh,
it.
that's what you're saying.
That's
She's the only one who can upset it.
that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Well, let me tell you. Ryan. Let me address your point. I see a lot of persons out there talking about Dina is a championship runner. Are we going to use the what sample size are we using, or what sample size are you using? Because
no, we
I
using
don't
the
see her
fact
as
we
an
using the fact that she has done it before. We haven't seen Richardson in a
one
major
time.
event as it.
One time she did it. All right. So at the World Championships, what happened at the World Championships? She won a silver in the 100 and a gold in the 200, right?
Yeah.
And who did she face in the 200? Who is noteworthy?
No, we're talking
All right. So who did?
at the 100.
All right. Never mind. No, may I leave out the 100 because I no one ever say. So move along. Move along. Because I think she beat Elaine. She beat Elaine in the 100. I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she beat Elaine. She beat Elaine in the 100, but Elaine was hurt Elaine was hurt, so that don't really count. But Levon, on a serious note though, if we really take into consideration how our Jamaican women are running right now and the form that they are on, and then you look at the trajectory, I don't think any Dina Asher, I don't think any Richardson, no matter how much confidence you have, I don't see anybody upsetting that 1, 2, 3. I just don't see it. As it relates to your first initial question when you say any surprises, I was really surprised that they brought Lemonius as the backup runner. I thought they would have put Broadbell or even Cry Omar. I thought they would have put one of them, but to put Lemonius, I think they're really, putting down their foot and showing him that, hey, if you don't qualify, you have no chance of making it, and I like that.
Pro-
All right. So,
Probably also
Yeah.
had Omar not tried to let them look bad talking about shifting and all of that. They would have probably given him like a sympathy, but you can't come out and try to make me look so bad and then I give you a little leeway. They could have listened him,
Yo,
I think, if he had just not said anything.
just remain humble.
Yeah,
yup,
because you didn't finish the race, big man. And everyone come there to make the Olympic team. Olympic to every athlete is a big thing, and he knows that. He
Not
was at
only
that stage when he came from the
Chris, not only that,
NCAA. He know how hard it is for those guys. So he shouldn't have done that.
Chris, not only that, he's a gold medalist. Him have clout. Him can go behind the scenes and talk to people, and see what can happen. But him
Simple as
decide
that.
to do it that way.
Simple as that. Simple
All
as
right.
that, Ryan. Even a bigger point like what Ryan's saying. More
All
people
right.
have more sympathy towards him if he just go behind the scenes and probably get it dealt with. But he take it to social media basically to put down people, and you can't do that.
All right, so Kim, so Roger Tracy is asking you this question. He says that, so Kim, who is going to win? That is the 100 meter for women.
Come on, come on, Roger. I am not Miss Cleo. I can't tell the future who is going to win. But if you ask me who I want to win,
Alien.
then obviously I want the reigning Olympic champion to retain her title. I would definitely like that, but the odds don't look in her favor right now. Shelly look in thus in supreme class right now. So I want Ilian to win, but right now if I had to pick, I'd pick Shelly to win and Ilian to finish second.
All right, so here's Countryman asking me the question. I say, how do you address an individual that trains for so many years, endures all the cost attained the qualifying marks, performs at trials, and then they have the nerve to ask the same athlete to relinquish his spot? We have addressed it on multiple occasions, Countryman, but it's like a disrespect. And I said it the other night, and people saying, "Oh, he didn't disrespect them." Of course, he did. We're going to talk about
Of course.
I hope I get the opportunity to defend my title. Come on, man. Just like you're putting the training. These guys have done the same, and especially for a guy like Answer Parchment, who was down and out, has to deal with injuries and then return. And you notice how happy the man was when he actually qualified.
Qualify.
You heard his interview after the race. Come on,
Oh,
man.
And
Levan, I want to also say he was one of the person who could have asked for a medical exemption if he was so dehydrated and just think that it
I
wasn't the
said it.
best thing for
I
him to
said it on
run
the
that
show.
morning.
I said it on the
He
show
would
in
have
a
been the
race.
right individual to ask for a pass because
yeah,
nobody would criticize it. Everybody would have said, well, if he's not feeling well, might as well he ask for that. And everybody would have
exactly,
been happy with the decision. I don't think no one
exactly,
would come here and ask you, why did he do that? Everyone would have
exactly,
happy to see him
Ex-
go on the plane.
All
But
right,
if
look
he
at
exactly.
this.
didn't
Look,
make it,
look at it.
Ex-
All right, seeing the man was on social media with his big charade, seeing pointing out about that he felt cramps and he called his coach and talked to his coach about it. I'm saying, since as you felt those cramps and you talked to your coach, why didn't you guys just make a decision and just say, all right, let's just apply for a medical exemption? Because
Mhm,
again, you have the fastest time this year as a Jamaican. You're also the
mhm,
defending Olympic champion. So as you said before, Chris, they would probably give him some leniency and just give him the medical exemption. So I
yeah.
mean, he has it all on himself to blame and stop going around begging and all of that. And I guess he feels shame that the Olympics team was named and his name wasn't there, so he took down all those posts that
Yes.
he made.
Also, also in 11, in addition to your answer to the question that Countryman asked, you have to understand, if if the J3 had said, JOA, whoever, if they had said, hey, okay, Omar, we will give you the pass, it will set a bad precedence in the future. Now, should something happen again in another race, another top athlete, they're going to want the same treatment as that Omar got, and it's going to continue and continue and continue, and then there will be no particular standard, and anybody who finished third, they're going to always think that their spot can be given up. So we have to stand up for something, and I believe I definitely believe that we can get at least a medal, in the 110 hurdles without Omar. And I don't think even with Omar we would have gotten gold. So whether we get silver or bronze, I still can live with it.
So here's Roger once again saying that I have to agree. All athletes are looking for an opportunity to showcase their skills and command money on the Diamond League circuit. One thing that I want to point out, seeing you notice even Davante Burnett, who he felt some cramps and all of that, and he didn't qualify, right? And when they
Mhm.
listed him as part of the mixed relay pool, you notice how overjoyed the man was saying, "Oh
Oh
yes,
gosh,
I'm an
man.
Olympian."
hmm
Why
This
would you
this
want to?
man.
Yeah, man,
hmm
go ahead, man.
No, this man never come on social media with him bag of antics and let me tell you in 11, Omar McLeod even go as far, you saw it, he even go as far as to comment on a US athlete and telling the US athlete how they love how the US conduct their trials and he wish his
Exactly.
own country could do the same. Like, you can't
That's
do them thing there and then
disrespectful.
know, yeah, you can't do them thing there and know you expect
You, you
Jamaica
diss
to
the
come
people
and say, all
more.
right then. No, say you can't do that,
Levan,
man.
on, I'm almost sure I did not act that way. That reserve spot. would have been his. I almost sure had he not act this way, he would have been the best reserve. You imagine having a reserve like that who could get a medal and someone just felt something and said they can't go and you have Omar going in. You think the people who pick in the team don't know this? But I don't think he should get reward for how he go about it. So I
No,
am
sir, not at all.
I am happy how they went about it.
To other countries and expect your same country to turn the same country to slander. There's a
What?
term feet when I really remember Proverbs that way. Something about you can't
He wouldn't
remember something but you can't
in this
cuss out one.
Let, let me tell you. Let me tell you what I would have done if I was in Omar's shoes. I would have probably come on social media, but I would have played the pity party in another way. You know, when I talk about, oh, I'm the Olympic champion, and unfortunate circumstances, I wasn't able to finish the race. I'm so sorry, but I really would love the opportunity to represent my country. I know all the other three guys work very hard, but I play the pity party instead of the blame game. Cause that him playing the blame game, like, oh, it's you. It's everybody but him. But I'd have to play the pity party. Probably I still wouldn't get in, but it wouldn't really look so bad. It wouldn't really look so bad on me right now, because right now, that's the reason why I'm delete the post, very shame, very embarrassed, because even with all that, him still don't make the team.
yeah,
Kim, just say, even if you had gone behind the scenes and just say, Ansel, I know that you really want to make it and all of that, but
Yeah.
just give me a shot, man. I want to really go at this world title to actually defend it. And
Not Ansel, you do that to the Jamaica Athletic
organizers,
the organizers.
administration.
Also,
You make your people talk to
answer me that
them people.
no, man, got to Ansel, man, since as we don't know if they share a good friendship in us. So go to Ansel and say, Ansel, I understand, say Ray and Tay, and let's try to make through. Make it
And
way
by the
through it.
way,
If I'm my
this
last
is not new
Olympic,
to our trials.
if I'm my last
Remember,
Olympic, nobody can get my spot on.
it
But
is
we're
not
saying,
new.
But
It is
but
not new
concrete.
to the trials. Remember Daniel Williams was the defending champion, and
Yeah,
remember
man, we
what
talk
happened.
about that too.
So it's not new, and he won't. She came back and ran same way. So Omar will do the same thing. There is no problem. He just has to miss this
Yes,
one. It's sad,
and then
but
look at
he has to miss this one.
and then also in 11, if he really wants to make a statement, remember in 2019 at the World Championships, he fell on his face, drop out of the championships. Next year is World Championships on the same track that everyone say is the fastest track ever, right? So use this as motivation, continue training, learn how to hurdle better, and then come for the World Championships and prove yourself. Prove that we missed you for the Olympics. Shame Jamaica. That's what I mean to say. Let me shame this country who never make me go to the Olympics. That is all you have to do. But if you come World
and the country
Championships
still
you do and you do the same thing, no, but remember blame, remember blame say, oh, Jamaica no deal with him good and blah blah blah, ray. So now he has the opportunity to now come forward for the World Championships and deliver. It's only a year wait. You could do that.
All right. As I said earlier, and though, as we draw closer to the Olympics, we'll delve into the events one by one and try to see where we'll actually garner medals. Not going to be blunt as Kim's up front and say they expect Jamaica to get double digits thus far until I've done proper analysis. But one thing I want to do before I move on, I remember it was probably a month ago. I'm not quite sure if it was a month or a couple of weeks ago that I came on here and I said that there's this particular girl from Namibia. Her name is Christine Mboma, and I said that you have to be wary of her. And guess what? People keep on talking about the fast track in Eugene and all of that. But guess what? This girl didn't run in Eugene and she ran 48.57 in the 400 meter. And let's not forget that this female is actually just 18 years old. So
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie McPherson has it right that she can run 48. Well, if she wants to run 48, she has to run very low 48 to actually get the victory. Because here we were thinking that the passage would have probably been a little bit easier than normal, but then this girl just come up around a 48.57.
she almost a run more better than the man them. Ours, that is our Jamaican male.
Boss.
Everybody around better than our Jamaican made right now. But as it relates to that athlete now, I think I did watch the show the time when you had mentioned her. I really didn't know much about her until you mentioned her and I start following and see what's going on. However, um, there's been a lot of talks out there to say, probably have to keep a closer eye on her because this don't look too right. But she ran it. But separate and apart from that, she ran in Poland, not known for a fast track at all. And another thing, she had no competition, so she ran by herself from start to finish. Like she covered the field from about 150 meters in, and she ran by herself. So she'll be very hard to beat. I had Stephanie McPherson when I heard the news about Nasser this morning that she has been banned for 2 years. I had Stephanie McPherson for the goal, but no,
Let's say start
I'm not
But I
sure.
don't think Shane Miller has been listed as to where she's running yet. I don't think it's concrete that she's not running the 400.
But she had came out and she said that she wouldn't be partaking in it, so we're not
Yeah,
quite sure.
yeah.
What
Well,
are you trying to get
But
at,
she
Chris? You're
just went
saying
on the
that Sean
200.
is
Because the 200 meter field is going to be challenging. Unless she really
not for
wants
not
she wants
not
some
for
of
not.
this smoke, then she
No,
can
I
come.
don't.
But
Hey,
it's
hey,
going to be
Chris.
a lot
Hey,
of heat over that
hey,
side.
Chris.
I don't know if she
Chris.
would
Chris.
want to leave what would probably be a sure medal to come to the 200 for all of
Chris.
this smoke.
Well,
Chris. All
Chris, you
right,
know what's
Chris.
funny?
First of all,
Chris, you know what's funny? Last week we were the same thing about Sherika Jackson
About yeah,
leaving
and
the
I
one,
didn't
Chris.
and I didn't
leaving the
take up
four for
you
the
guys on
192.
that one. I
Give me,
didn't take
give me
up
a
you
thought, there,
guys on
Chris.
that one because I predict her to win that 200 meter. Remember that's the surprise that I said I think could happen. She winning the 200 meter at the trials.
but she never win.
She didn't win,
Fin-
but
fin-
but but
Yeah.
what?
Okay.
But did she show you something? Did she show you something that surprised you, Levan?
No.
You knew she could
Levon.
do what she did.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah. Levon.
Well,
Levon
she
was that.
covered
Levon
Elaine.
was.
you
All
knew
right.
she could
Listen.
do what she
Levon,
did.
really?
I love it. Hey,
All
She
I
covered
know
Chris.
is
it?
All I know is no Jamaican ever going to beat her at 200 meters coming to the Olympics. None.
Give me a thought there. Give me a thought there,
Go
Chris.
on, man, Kems. Go sure.
Chris, I want you to have some respect. I want you to have some respect for you know our Caribbean sister Shawnee Miller. If Shawnee runs a 200, there is nobody in this entire world who could beat her. Nobody in this world at
Yeah,
all
she's
that can beat
brilliant.
her on the
She's
200.
brilliant at both 2 and
So,
4.
I'm going to need you to have some respect. But where that is concerned, what I hear a lot of people saying is that now that how Nasser is out, them say Shawnee might jump back to the 400 because they're saying Shawnee probably never want that smoke as you talk about with Nasser again in the 400 after what happened at the World Championships. So but I would want to see Shawnee really run the 200, and I want the 400 leave open for my girl Stephanie McPherson. But we'll definitely see what happens. She said that she said ideally she wanted to double, but the schedule just don't allow her to do the 2-4 double. It's too tough.
Yep.
Too
Um,
tough.
we're going to run off the track and then we're just going to run right onto the court because it's been a while that we haven't discussed some basketball, and so
Yes,
let's
sir.
do it. So,
Mhm.
NBA playoffs is going on, and as we speak, the Clippers are playing against the Suns, and we're now in the second quarter with 9 minutes on the clock. And the Suns are leading 43-35, and the Suns are also leading the series 3 games to 2.
Come up, fans.
Chris, I said, Suns all the way.
Suns got to close it out tonight. They know how dangerous it is to play against Ty Lue. They would have known that Ty Lue would have come from 3-1 down already. He's the only coach to done it, and I don't think they put it past him. So they know that they have to close tonight. Chris Paul especially know that tonight has to be a closing night. Else a game 7 is always dicey. So I expect the Suns to close tonight.
Okay. Um,
So
Kems, your take on it?
So the thing is, right? Um, I don't really have a basketball team, so LeBron is my team. So anywhere LeBron go, I go, right? So LeBron is my team. So by extension, I support the Lakers. So from I saw the Suns beat the Lakers, I was like, I'm bringing the Suns for the championship. But as Chris rightly said, the Suns, first of all, the Suns should have closed it from game 5, but they have to close it tonight because, all right, there have been 3 times in Chris Paul's career where he has been up 2-0 and lose the series. 2014, 2016, and I think 2018, somewhere around those lines, right? And him lose the series. And if you watch the interviews with Chris Paul, anytime they want to mention, oh, you're up 3-1, he doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't want to talk about it at all because he has those memories. Because he was up 3-1 on the Houston Rockets before, and they came back with Doc Rivers and they came back and lost 4-3. So Chris Paul knows if this goes to a game 7, I don't care about home court advantage. I don't care about none of that because this is just one game. And if you look, who would you rather? Chris Paul or the way our Clippers playing? Because the Clippers right now are playing as a team, even though they don't have Kawhi Leonard, they're playing inspired. The Clippers have the better coach. The Clippers have the deeper roster. Overall, the Clippers really and truly should win. In terms of individual superstar talent, I'll give that to the Suns. Chris Paul, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton. I'll give that to them. But if they don't close it out tonight and they go to a game 7, my.
All right, over in the other series, it's currently tied. Also at 2-2. Next game is tomorrow. Giannis, the one with a injury, they said that it won't be out for long. But Kim, start with you on that one.
Man. So first off, I thought the Milwaukee Bucks would have swept the Hawks. All right. I thought it was an easy 4-0 sweep because Milwaukee, they just overcame the home, beat the Nets in 7. So I'm saying, all right, Milwaukee easy. Milwaukee lost game 1. But what I realized with Milwaukee is that their coach is an idiot. Like he doesn't know how to coach, but they underestimate the Hawks. And the Hawks, they play team basketball. The Hawks have a great coach. And the Hawks, they just keep on fighting, keep on fighting,
So,
keep
oh,
on
you know
fighting.
all of that and you pick them to get swept.
Huh?
Oh, you know they play great basketball and pick them to get swept. Not even one
Because
game.
not even one game. Because when we look at the talents of both teams, the Hawks just have Trey Young and a good coach. Milwaukee Bucks, they have Drew Holiday, they have Greek Freak, they have Chris Middleton, they have PJ Tucker, lockdown defender. So the Hawks, in terms of talent wise, the Bucks just overpower the Hawks. But that's why we play the games because names on paper is always a thing. But when you actually play the games and you see how they're playing, then definitely. If Greek is not able to come back, then the Hawks will win the series. If he's able to come back for at least game 6, then I think the Bucks will win the series.
Okay. Chris, quickly, your views.
At this moment, I have to Atlanta show me enough now to not play with them. In the first series against New York, I thought New York would have turned up and win, but Atlanta showed me then that I was crazy to think that they weren't the better team. And just like Philly, Joel Embiid wasn't as healthy as he can be, and that's why they were rampant over them basically every time. So I think even if Greek Freak come back and he's not healthy, Hawks, I have to go with the Hawks.
Okay,
Once he's
boss.
not a fully fit Giannis, then I have to go with Trey Young because he's taking so much attention and people are putting more than one bodies on him because he can
But
do so many different stuff. So
but Chris,
his shooters
but
are
Chris,
getting open shots.
but Chris, are you tracking? Chris, are you tracking that Trey Young is currently out right now with a bone bruise?
Yeah, he's out. So so he depends on how far the Hawks go. Because
Okay.
at the moment, even though the Hawks, what you would call, blow out the Bucks without Young and I guess part of the game without Giannis, the Bucks has the better team. if they are missing both superstars.
All
Okay.
right, got it.
So now we're going to move on and going to talk about some Euros, some football. And the two Englishmen on the show is, quite frankly, very happy, and also the producer himself is very happy. I just keep on hearing it's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming home. Getting annoying, man. But England 2, Germany nil. Not disappointed. I'm actually happy that it's a back off Joachim Low. I never want to see him anymore. So as a German fan, by Joachim Low. But on to some more serious matters. Ryan, what did you make of the game yesterday?
Well, as you know, before the game and the whole talk about going back, I wasn't thrilled about it. But when I got up the, the morning of the game and I went online and I was watching a tactical analysis as to why the back three makes sense, I said, okay, I'm going to chance. I think I even sent the thing to you regarding the tactical preview.
Yeah,
And I
man.
was like, okay, this thing might make sense because when I look at it in more details, I can see why it would make sense, but I wasn't really thrilled about it because of the whole defensive structure, and I thought it would have been overly defensive. However, I saw where they they mentioned that teams that play a back three against Germany tend to stifle and nullify the field. They mentioned not much with it and 1-1, and
Ryan, you're kind of breaking up. Start of the connection and return. Kems, pick up. You
All
know that one of
right.
the most critical things about this team is that when it comes on to the starting 11, people are always
Mhm.
critical of the coach. What they
Mhm.
made of the starting lineup and the game
All right.
itself?
All right. So first of all, before the show ends, I need an apology from you to Raheem Sterling. You have trashed this man. If I never know Sterling, I'd think this man is the worst footballer in the world, and him only getting fan links. So before the show ends, I need a detailed apology to Mr. Raheem Sterling. All right.
Bug.
No. So no. When we talk about the starting 11, when I saw the starting 11, because the starting 11 was leaked before. So when I saw the starting 11, I was like, man, so get really decide to go with this for this back three. But I'm saying, no, we're gonna work with it. Trust the coach, trust the team, trust the players. And for the first 11 minutes, I was biting my fingernails. I was biting my fingernails because Germany pressure. England couldn't pass the ball. England looked like them forget the fundamentals of football. And I'm like, it's going to be a long day, a long match. And then after, we start getting two knocks together. We start making two runs. Obviously, Luke Shaw out there, up and down, up and down. The midfield start take charge. Raheem Sterling start running at defenders. And then I was like, all right, this look like England now. And then from that moment on until obviously the 90 minutes, England bossed the game, take charge of the game, and it was men against boys.
All right, Chris. Before we came on here, you were
Yeah.
talking about the man that Joachim Low decided to start as a striker in Thomas Muller. I don't know why I start this man because this man has failed to score at any Euros. He has never scored, and in one of the most important games, they decided to go with him. And that one itself on the scratch me. But okay, we look into the match itself now, right? There's an early opportunity for Germany when the ball was played through by Kai Havertz to Timo Werner, where he got basically a one-on-one with Pickford. Pickford was basically laying on the floor already, and this man decided to still kick the ball on the floor when he could have easily just lifted the ball over the keeper. Boom, Germany leading 1-0, and I'm sure that would be where the English fans would actually start to worry a lot that hey, he's not actually coming home. But guess what? Werner, as he did throughout the entirety of the season for Chelsea, once again fluffed his line. That was it. Start of the debacle for Germany. Chris, what you made of the German performance?
And just the answer, and that's why most times I go with the experienced strikers, and that's why he wouldn't have trust Werner as much, and that's why you have to pick someone else that you really trust, and that's why he went with Muller also, someone you would have trust, and is a nemesis, and is someone that would have England would have been scared of seeing most times.
Mhm.
But as for the match, England played well. Like I always tell the England people that you cannot just blame coaches all the time. Sometimes you look at the play, and it's not the coach why they couldn't put play passes together in the first 11 minutes or 12 minutes, like what Kem said. It was the players. There's a reason why. There's a reason why sometimes you just don't get up and blame coaches. And they played well. They played like they Raheem Sterling especially looked very confident. Just keep coming for the ball to drive at the defense. And I like
Mhm.
that. I like seeing when players want the ball. Every time you look at him, he looked like he wanted the ball to create some damage.
Mhm.
And Luke Shaw, your outstanding left back,
Best in the
um,
world.
Best in the world. Best in the
out,
world.
outstanding left back, turn up, and
Keep-
Sterling do what he has been doing for
So
England.
Chris, how comes they not talk about the man of the match? Come on, man. Don't be disrespectful now, man. Harris Slabed Maguire was arguably England's best player out there. I see this man
Big.
spraying passes from deep and this man did a lot of breakup play for England yesterday, man.
Yeah,
Boy,
yeah, he was vital. He was vital. He was vital. To your defense. He was vital to the England defense, not your defense, but he was vital to the England defense. But
Listen.
Sterling put a new confidence in the team. It seems like he coming deep because he's basically coming for the ball, to run at defenders. I think that give the English team a confidence that they can really do it. Sterling is putting a new confidence in them, and even Hurricane look the part. Although he scored late, he really looked the part. Like he really wanted to be a part of the game, unlike the others before, where he was more often can't be found. He really looked the part
Listen.
against Germany.
Li- listen, me, Chris. Listen, me, Chris. Right? You have some Facebook coaches who love to talk about Ben Chilwell is better than Luke Shaw. I need an apology from them too because Luke Shaw right now is the best. I don't want to hear about no Robertson. I don't want to hear about no Chilwell. Luke Shaw right now is the best left back in football. And when you talk about centre back,
This
you
season,
can't,
this season,
you can't. Yeah, well, this you can talk about.
this
Well, not
season.
this season we are talking about. I'm not care about. We are talking about this season. Then when you talk about centre back, when you talk about Harry Maguire, when people clown him and say, "Oh, Man United pay all Leicester rob Man United and all them." Only thing Harry Maguire need is a good partner. Is a reliable partnership. Harry Maguire right now is top three centre back in the world. When you talk about
one
lockdown centre
one
back,
more thing though, Kems. One more.
yes sir.
He need to head the ball better. Because if he does that, he'll score goals as well.
That's why he's not number one. That's why he's not number one because he can't head it. As soon as him learn how to head the ball, a trouble. So all those people out there who say Leicester rob Manchester United, just watch out for this season. And we get Sancho, a trouble.
Jason,
Go
don't
ahead,
come with
Levon.
Rafael Varane on this, brother. We don't want Varane over here. Cristiano Romero from Argentina. Argument done. But I'm going to stick with you on this one, Kims, because a lot of people are saying that Raheem Sterling was a difference maker yesterday, but wasn't it Jack Grealish who came on and changed the complexion of the game entirely?
All right. So I agree with that because Sterling was doing what he was doing all game, running at defenders and so, but he wasn't getting through. But the Arsenal man Saka, when we take him off, so we have to take him off with film like an Arsenal behavior. So when we take him off and we put on Jack Grealish and we put on a baller who's serious about the ball game, who willing to take the ball. And also, Jack Grealish demands a lot of attention. And the Germans would also know that, So that also free up a lot of space for Sterling. Saka, even though he's a good player, let's be honest, he doesn't demand as much attention as Grealish. So
Facts.
once Grealish came onto the field, control the ball, even if just control and pass, you see a lot of defenders around him. Nobody don't want to give him any space. So then Luke Shaw running the wings. So I would say Grealish definitely change the game. Grealish.
Ryan, you
Yeah,
came in at the right time. Who would you say was the difference maker for you guys yesterday?
definitely Jack. He was involved in both goals. The
You
game
know that
changing.
you know who was also involved. The best left back in the world was
Luke
involved
Shaw,
in
you're
both.
going to Luke Shaw. I know you're going to say Luke Shaw, but that aside, Grealish came on and he was involved in both goals, heavily involved in both goals, the build up and everything. Yes, Shaw as well, but I mean Shaw was on for the entirety of the game. Grealish came on and you saw the difference that it made in terms of the English attack and the link up play from the center of the park to the wings to Grealish and so forth. So he actually was the difference maker for me.
And
All
just so
right.
you know, Ken, sometimes you need that off your bench. You need players who can come off the bench and make difference. So
True.
probably at Grealish start and he brought on Saka, he wouldn't have made the same difference like what Grealish made. So sometimes you really need that difference maker coming off your bench. And
Mm-hmm.
and that's where you have to say the coach got it right.
But
Because
Right.
he still brought him on. That is the most important part of it. He brought him on and
another
he
thing,
impressed.
another thing though, I thought it seems as if Southgate played for this exact thing to happen because of the starting 11, the formation and everything. It seems as if Southgate played to be conservative, and then later we try and put on some subs and try to win it. Because you realize if you look at who was warming up, you had Sancho warming up, you have Grealish warming up, so you had the impact subs warming up to come on, and it was when you realize that Sancho change was held and so forth. So it was clear that he wanted to go attacking in the last one
Mr.
third of the game.
Mr. Lawson, Mr. Lawson, I really don't appreciate how you're trying to downplay Luke Shaw's impact. You're saying, oh, Luke Shaw was on already,
No,
and
I'm not. Don't
you
play this
know,
impact. I'm not. Don't play this
oh,
impact. I was asked
oh,
a
okay, okay,
question who I thought
oh,
was the
okay, okay,
game changer.
oh, okay,
Changer is
okay,
the
okay.
question.
Ah,
Oh,
fair enough.
probably
Oh,
because Ryan, Kem said something when I wasn't here. Kem is probably saying you're one of the person who said Chilwell is better than Shaw. Is that true, or am I just being
No,
mischievous?
but when the season began, yes, but then when the season ended, I said Shaw had a better
No
season.
man.
Okay.
One thing we have to say about Ryan though, Ryan has been consistent. Chris, remember the night when Ryan and I was here and we kept on beating you that Luke Shaw is
Is the
easily
best. Yeah.
best left back in the world. And you were
Only
saying that,
me. Only I never agree.
No, I'm not gonna go as far as the world, but I'm going to say Shaw had a better season.
yeah man,
Had a better
you said in
season.
Premier League that he was the best man. But you had man like Chris keep on talking about Yardi Halba and all those man who
Because
are
yeah, I remember
oh,
that. But remember when the season just began, Shaw was not in my top five in the league.
yeah, you said it man, I remember.
Yeah,
and
and
that
then
and that and
but
that
then
was
you have to you have to
ridiculous.
you have to you have to honor how a man play. He was the best left back in the league, maybe the entire world as a matter of fact
But
last season.
Ryan, I mentioned something that I want to pick up on. You said that England plays not to lose the first half, and Josh said it yesterday that this is what he has seen with England so far through the entirety of the tournament. They kind of play similar to Italy in a sense, where Italy tried to have the opponents go and go and go and go on for the first half, and then when it comes down to the second half, they just bring on game changers to just run at the defense to actually just get the victory. And it's a case of them playing conservative for the first half, and then come the second half, they just go for the kill. And yeah, generally, defensive team tend to win competitions, and if you are being honest, England is a defensive team right now. So you're on the better side of the draw, and I hope that, well, I'm a German fan, but to be honest, I have a soft spot for England.
Yeah,
So
really.
I hope that you guys go on to win it, man. I support Manchester United, so I mean, United is
There
in
was
England.
there was something I learned. I think it was last week or the week before that the fans in Germany they don't see England as a rival. They actually like the English team. I was surprised when I heard that.
Yeah, it's just the truth, man. What else you know as anybody?
Well, of course, they won't see us as a rival if them beat to left, right, and center. Then we'll see how they will see us as a rival.
Yeah, I hear that the biggest rivals Germany have is Italy, was
Yeah,
again France. We're
yeah.
not even their top. We're not them top three, maybe not them top five.
But we're going to put some respect for England name when we take home the Euros because trust me,
And
right
Levan,
now. Mm-hmm.
who is the dark horse that England need to watch?
You know, so the dark cast that they need to watch is probably on the other. Well, they're on the same side.
Denmark
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Denmark is in the mix,
Den-
man.
They
Denmark,
need to watch
Denmark,
Italy because Italy play defensive just like them.
Boss, Italy is
Italy,
no
No,
dark cast
not
Italy,
this
right now.
tournament.
Italy's on the other side, so we have to reach a finals before we see Italy.
This where you see them.
Yep,
Yeah.
and then again, Italy have to get past Belgium, and we're going to get into that one. But first,
Yes.
it is Sweden. It was Sweden against Ukraine in the second match of the day, and to be honest, I never watched much of that because after my side got eliminated, I just said, "Sure." But then again, I'm a sporting fan, so I watch a lot of it. You say it? Go ahead, man.
Let me tell you. Remember when I tell you say the game are gonna be similar to the Belgium Portugal game. Boring, boring, boring. Same exact thing, right? But
No.
it was boring to me. It was boring to me. And I never no fun game to me. Probably I was watching a different game than you, but for me it boring. Check me out now,
Mr. Porter,
Levon.
lick left, right, and center.
Huh?
Go on, man. Kids.
So listen to me now. I made a post earlier. I made a comment earlier about Harry Maguire. And if you watch that game and you watch Lindelof, then you will know why Harry Maguire haven't maximized his potential. Because Lindelof was. Are you going to agree that he was horrible now, Ryan, or are you going to say me I watch a wrong game?
No, you're referring to the cross that they won the game with.
Yeah, the same one where always happen where Manchester United either lose or
Yeah, me
draw.
get that. Me
That's
get that. But you know,
that,
something
that,
not gonna kill in the love for the cross though.
why is that?
There are some crosses that you just can't defend. I mean, I think Pendelof reach that.
Levon, did you see the cross?
Yeah, I think he could have done better.
You think so?
That is.
Yeah,
No, I know,
right,
I know Lindelof. I know Lindelof
right.
traditionally, typically, cross is his biggest problem. Him call
This
like
is
Jesus.
this is his biggest problem. There it is on the screen. It's just the
Yep,
truth. The man's
yep,
soft, brother. The man is very soft.
yep,
The man,
yep,
the man,
yep.
yo, Lindelof for me don't deal with
But
strikers and he's actually
trust me, I don't think if Lindelof was great at crosses, him cutting that out.
he could have man.
No man, you
Most
could have cut
center
that out,
halves,
man.
most center halves don't like deal with crosses in 11. It's not something that people don't know.
No,
Most
no man.
center
But
halves has problem
No,
dealing
man, you have some.
with it.
No, man, you have centre halves who love crosses,
listen,
like the England backline, Stones and Maguire. Them man they cut out any cross.
Yeah,
all
But you
right.
but
have
Let
I'm
me
some
saying it's
defenders.
not new. It's not new for center
Ryan,
halves
also
because I
also
don't
a
think
man that you don't necessarily like either. In the same English team, Tyrone Mings, that man will laugh at crosses all day long.
Him the what?
It's just the same thing with crosses. He will just laugh at crosses all day long. Once you cross it, you know him gonna win the others. So
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yep, exactly. And Chris, like, I understand what you're saying. I say some centre back don't like crosses, but the elite centre backs, the centre backs who play for the big clubs,
they
them might
should.
get to that them might get to that cross. So from morning, me I say Lindelof, you can't live on. From morning, me I say Lindelof need to come out to the side, and it showed yesterday. Say him just not ready for partner with Harry Maguire. Him just not ready for it, and that is a reason why him team the home now. Because I had the game to go to penalties, and it was heading all the way there until that cross come in. But Ryan say him couldn't do nothing about it. So hey,
no, but
hi.
you know that game could have been 4-all at the end of the match easily
as
because it
most
was
games,
no. In terms of the chances created, the amount of shot it post, shot it bar, bad finishing. There were so many chances, not as much. A
so
lot of games don't have so much chances.
all right, so Ryan, don't you think that the England Germany game could have finished all 3-3?
Probably, yeah, but you never have as much chances as this one.
And them have, and I personally think the chances in the England Germany game was probably more clear cut than these ones. The Muller chance, the Werner, the your boy chance, your forward for Chelsea chance.
Kane.
No, man.
Oh, what?
Kane had one
Oh,
chance.
Yeah, man, Kane was clear cut to man when the ball hit him. The German defender went to him when he should have just
That
took
wasn't
on
a
the
what
clear
shot
you
cut.
first
mean?
step.
That wasn't a clear cut.
Of course, that was clear cut for a man
Ryan,
of
Ryan,
Ryan.
Ryan, if you're world
For a
class, you
man of
score that.
Kane's
If you're
caliber,
No, if
if
it's
you're
score,
world
no, I'm
class,
not
you
saying
score
it's
that.
score. No, I'm not
That's
saying
not a
it
clear
wasn't
cut.
score. I'm saying it was a
All
clear
right,
cut.
all right, Ryan, listen.
Look,
If it's a man like Andy Carroll, then they can say don't clear cut. But Hurricane, that's a score, brother. That's a
yeah,
score,
I'm not
brother.
saying no, but I'm not gonna say clear cut. For a
just
man,
clear cut.
I agree that for a ball of Kane's caliber, that's supposed to score. But I'm not going to say it's a clear cut chance.
For a
Clear.
baller of Kane's caliber, that was clear cut.
Yes, clear cut.
So
Clear as day.
we're not giving this defender any ratings then. Who am do?
No,
No, not for this
no,
one. Not for
boss.
this one.
Not
Not
Oh,
for this
really?
one.
Ryan. I'm a German fan, and I can tell you the defender did nothing. It was just poor finishing from Kane. Poor.
Poor
Okay.
finishing.
I don't think
But
so. Okay.
let's get back on track. So Ukraine actually got the winner in added time, in extra time, and why a lot of Swedish fans are sunk. But jubilation for a former Chelsea man who is in the dugout for Ukraine, Andriy Shevchenko. He has got them beyond the round of 16, and now they'll go up against England in the next round. But we're not going to touch on that much. We're going to touch on two matches that will take place on Friday, and then Friday we'll touch on the matches that will take place on Saturday and Sunday. So first up on Saturday at 11 a.m. we'll see Switzerland taking on Spain. Spain are one of the worst teams in the remaining in the tournament. They play boring football, nothing attractive about them. And I hope that I'll just see the African turning up for them on Friday. So Chris, your team taking on Switzerland. How you see this one stepping up, boss?
Seem like Morata has finally get the message. They have paid him a visit, unfortunately. I wish fans don't do those cruel stuff, paying footballers family visits and all of those stuff. But that's always where Spain games goes or doesn't go because they're going to create chances. They're going to create chances, and we don't know if they're going to end up in the back of the net. And somehow they have found a way to get this ball in the net because they have scored 5 goals in the last 2 games, so 10. They have scored 10 in total in the last 2 games. And I think Switzerland shouldn't be of much difficulty for them if they
Oh, whoa.
Mm.
yeah,
Big
France
fan.
would have been a tougher opponent, but Switzerland shouldn't be as a tough team for them because I thought they would have truly lost the game just before the round of 16 game, and they didn't lose. So when teams show you that they can create chances, that's what you want, Levan. You want teams to create chances. No matter what you're saying. If your teams are creating chances, you're going to give up goal. But if your team creating chances, you like to see that because more than likely teams who create chances and especially take them with the ball end up in the back of the net, more than often going to win games. That's what Switzerland showed France. They came back, draw a game, and put it in lottery, and that's why they play Spain. So I think Spain can win this game 3-1.
But
Okay.
here is also El Pistolero fan in the comments section saying, "You sure, Lynch? France made the mistake you're making, and that is they underestimated the Swiss team, and you're doing the exact same thing." And I see a particular Spain fan, Demo, in the comment section talking about Spain peaking at the right time. Boss, we call peak at the right time by giving up a late goal and going to extra time and ended up winning it
But
in extra time.
France,
Yeah, we call
France did
peak.
the same thing against Switzerland. They were leading 3-1 Levan. What
Yeah, but
are we
nobody's
saying?
talking.
But
But
Chris, you same
France
one
is a
say
better defensive team than
you same
Spain, and
one
they led
Chris,
3-1.
you same one just say France would have given Spain more of a competition, and it's the same Switzerland kick out France.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but that's how football is. That's how football is. I will beat you today, and then I beat you today, and I can't beat you for the next 9 times. That's how football is.
Okay.
Not because one team beat one team, we think that's happened. Aston
So,
Villa, who
so
is in 20th place, will beat Man City today, and Manchester City or Manchester is United is in second place, and they will not win Man City. But Aston Villa is
so
in 20th. But that's how
so Chris,
football is. So you cannot use
ask you a question,
to
Chris.
say
You're saying
because
that
I win you, you win me.
you're saying that the Swiss played their best game against the French.
I am
Not
not
only
saying that. I am saying each opponent is different. I am saying how France probably played. Switzerland take more lightning to it.
I
They
get
were
where you're
leading
coming from.
3-1. They were leading 3-1 just like Spain,
I get where
France,
you're coming from. But
Mm.
Ryan,
It's not
I see
like
this game finishing.
It's not like Switzerland beat France 3-1 or something, This is a penalty game that France was leading 3-1.
Yeah,
So
man.
Oh, I
I
see
give
the
it's
you
not
game.
a huh?
yeah,
My turn.
Ryan, I see the game.
Here's how I see the game. Spain will dominate possession, and Switzerland will try to play on the counter attack. There will be goals in the game, and it will go to extra time 12. Well, not necessarily go to extra time 12. Well, but it will finish after extra time 12, go to penalties, and we don't know Spain can kick penalties early.
Kim, so I see the sun going.
Um, you have a youth on Facebook when named Dimo. It says if Spain ever lose this man, you must go hide. But I believe Switzerland will win this game. Why? This is why I believe. You see, Levon, you see in a sports, as you know, in a sports, you see confidence. Confidence is a hell of a thing. You understand? And the fact say nobody had Switzerland to beat France, and you can call it say France underestimate them. You can call it say defensive errors, whatever you want to call it. France lost and Switzerland won, right? But the main person I think would be important for Switzerland is the former Arsenal man. If he has a great game, Switzerland win. If he plays poorly, Switzerland lose. Because you know what Spain are gonna do? Control possession, as Ryan say, pass from side to side, look very pretty. Morata miss easy chances. That has been how they have conducted themselves during the Euros. So if Switzerland can be disciplined, if they can be and finish their chances, I believe Switzerland will win 2-1.
All right, I see a comment also again from El Pistolero in the comment section saying that I agree with what he's saying. So I'm going to read the comment now. He's saying that if the Swiss can frustrate Spain for most of the game, they can get a win out of this game with counter attacks. I agree
Yep.
with that.
Yep.
I expect Swiss to
Um,
counter attack.
yeah,
Especially also in a level and you see if the Swiss can get an early goal too and just sit back and just make Spain go and pass and look pretty, it's gonna be a problem.
I
But
agree.
I don't see Spain clinical. I don't see somebody from Spain who me can say, boy, we need a goal, we're gonna go to him to get the goal. I don't see it. Probably you can tell me different Chris, but I don't see it. Probably I'm blind. So
No, I
Ferran
just
give
Torres.
agree
us
with you. But that's how I open my statement. Going to create a lot of chances. If they go in the back of the net, that's a next story.
Who the most direct players up front? Ferran Torres or Olmo?
Yeah, Daniel Moyes, and actually, Daniel Moyes is even more, you could say he's way more direct than even Ferran
But
Torres.
no, but you know that Torres is their best finisher.
Go again?
Ferran
Yeah,
Torres is his
so
best
far,
finisher.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think Marino would have give Morata the coach and show the coach that he really deserved the spot. He hasn't showed the coach that he has turned up like Morata, like he's training with him. He's
Well, let's
practicing
see
it.
how this goes.
He's practicing with Morata too much.
I'm just awaiting this game come Friday, man. Next up on Friday, the one that I'm looking forward to more than this game is the Belgians take on the Italians, and this one shall be interesting.
Mm.
There's not I'm not quite sure if Eden Hazard or Kevin De Bruyne will be playing for Belgium. Hopefully, we'll see them. I see reports saying that Hazard has been ruled out for the rest of the tournament, but there's no official wording as yet, so only time will tell. But
The real Hazard is playing. That's all that matters.
there's a target.
I saw where Martinez said that both will feature, will have a chance to feature. I guess he's thinking after this game, but I don't know.
Oh,
He's assuming that there will be another game.
okay. So let's see how this one goes. So,
That's what.
okay.
Well, let us see.
All right. So it's Belgium against Italy. Two of the favorites. One we were touting as a dark horse, but they moved from dark horse to a definite title challenger. Chris, this shall be a tough one.
Yeah,
And
it is.
it shall be a game between two top teams. Probably will be cagey based on how both of them set up. But how is this one going?
Yeah, it should be one of those boring games if they both remain cagey. It's gonna be one of those games. If both teams really remain cagey, then it's just one of those games that someone is waiting on someone to do something and not really going after the game. I hope it's not like that because we don't like watching that type of football. But I think Lukaku would fancy his chances. He played down in Italy. He has been having a great season, and I think he might just turn up as the difference maker. This is where I stop with my dark horse, Italy. I really think Lukaku will show up and show up for his team with Hazard and De Bruyne missing. He knows that every chance is vital in this one. And I really think he's going to get the job done for Belgium.
So, Chris, you said every chance is vital, but no matter if it's two chances that man get, only one will score. They won't put both of them in the net.
Every game is different, Levan. You must stop that.
Every game that man miss chances, boss, not change. What you talking about, Chris? Kems, your take on this one because Chris seems to be getting off.
You're just a bitter United fan. Sad to see Lukaku go. That's all you are.
No.
Hold on a second, Kems.
We were.
Why just Chris? I want that the happiest United fan that man cut.
We
Kems, go
were
on.
begging. We were begging for Lukaku to go. Begging. But all right. So check me out now. I believe the Italians will win. I believe the Italians will win this one, especially if Kevin and Hazard is not playing. If people say yes, Chris said Lukaku is going to score, but without Kevin, highly unlikely for me. I believe the Italians will frustrate the Belgians, and I believe Italy will win 1-0.
Ryan.
Right. Forget about Eden Hazard. Right now, Torgan is Hazard. So if Kevin is for the game, it's Italy's game to lose. If Kevin is available, I will go on the side of the more experienced team, which is Belgium. So let us say Kevin is available for argument's sake, right? Even if he's available for the second half alone. We saw what he did against Denmark coming on at halftime. Fresh Kevin going up against Italy's defense will be a problem. So that said, if Kevin is available, I think Belgium will edge the game 2-1. If he's unavailable, then I think Italy will win. So whoever wins this will be the favorites to win the entire thing.
No, boss. As long as England beat who them beat over the side, the England's favorites. Don't come try
No,
play smart.
But no, I'm putting pressure on the side.
This is we're going to call it a wrap on the Euros, and before we go, just a little news that's taking place throughout the day in football. Today was kind of a big day in football. First up, Rafa Benitez in the first one to actually coach on the red side and then going over to the blue side of Merseyside. He's now the new coach of Everton, and also Nuno Espirito Santo taking over the helm at Tottenham. And then something bigger than all those two, Jadon Sancho. They said that a deal has been struck between Manchester United and
Yes,
Borussia Dortmund
sir.
for that player. And I see a lot of men saying that, oh, he's going to be a big flop. He's going to be a $90 million flop and all of that.
Mhm.
Congrats on the title.
No,
Thank
boss.
you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Not yet. Not yet. Don't rush
And
it.
the
Don't.
and the and the Europe and the Europa League.
Boy,
Like, you're a disgusting
disrespectful, you
fella,
know.
you know.
Disrespectful
But
bird.
we just want to see how it progress because there's a lot of news going around. Jack Grealish and Hurricane being said that they will actually be going to Man City. All the time will tell. And for those who are wondering that if City can actually purchase both of them, yes, they can because FFP has diminished somewhat. So yes, they can go out and spend whatever they want to spend. And also, Fernandinho has signed a new contract there. Surprising because I know
What?
that Pep likes to get ballers once they get old. So Fernandinho signed a 1 year contract to stay at Man City. So
Won Fernandino won the Champions League.
yeah, but what Champions League are they going to win?
Not not
But
Who them a sign? Yes, them a sign Grealish, Kane, Reece James, everybody.
they soon sign Jesus and the 12 disciples and then still not winning Champions League.
shit.
On that note, this is where we're going to call it a night on the show. We covered some track and field. We touch on some basketball, which we haven't done in a long while. Then we end by talking about some football. I want to say thanks again to Kems, Ryan, and also Chris who was here but had to leave quickly. Also to our viewers, we had over like 20, over 25 from majority of the show. I want to say thanks to all of you guys and to everyone that was in the comment section commenting right through it, and to our producer Josh Carr who makes it possible. He's the one that does all the connections. But thanks again to everybody, and also to all our viewers who have tuned in from our YouTube channel, because right through it I saw we had over 4 or 5 people watching from YouTube. So want to encourage you guys to go on over there and watch the show from there more often. I mean, we're happy that you watch it here on Facebook, but the more of you guys go over to YouTube and watch it, the better it will be for us. Christoph, next time we talk about West Indies. West Indies are so disappointing that the format that they expect them to do well in, they're actually doing very poorly. I can't see how they lost by 1 runs yesterday. So we're not going to talk about disappointing these. Until next time, which will be Friday, go and enjoy some football, some tennis, because Wimbledon is going on. And just stay safe. Until next time, peace out.
Yes, sir.